Hey there, wonderful people. This is Love and Money, and I tell you, this love and money thing is a deep one. And today we're looking and diving into when love goes sour. And we're not talking theories, it's actual stories and actual things that have happened in our own lives. And so I want to get straight into it and ask you, Auntie Alice, fast forward towards the end of the marriage. What happened?
On Saturdays, usually I would bake and for my children. So this time it was a Saturday and I insisted I wanted to go to work because I had a document to finish. And it was supposed to be triple spacing and I had not done it. So I knew this document was wanted at 8 o'clock at the US Embassy and I had to finish it. So I said, I'm going to the office. And I was asked, for what? You don't go in office? I said, I know, but there's no time that I can go to the office and finish this document. So he didn't like it. It was not like me to say I'm going to the office, so that is not.
So you never worked on Saturdays?
No,
ever?
no.
Okay.
But this time I needed to finish that document. And so he told me, nobody works on Saturday. I said, I have the keys to the office. I can go. I mean, when you're working for Americans, whatever time you can put in, you can. So my children used to go for guitar on Saturdays, and they had the driver and the guitars were in the car. So he said no, and he removed them. So my kids started asking, what's wrong? No, ask your mother. So these are kids who are supposed to go to the conservatoire for practice, but now they're being told it's your mother. But I was very strong that day. I was very strong. I continued bathing. He continued asking me, where do you think you're going? But I still showered and I got ready.
Yeah.
And I went to the driver to go with him and he was told, is this your wife? Are these your children? He said no. He was told to go. So I was left with the kids and they're coming to ask me, Mom, what is wrong? I said, I don't understand what has happened. But he is acting up because I'm going to the office. All that is being acted up because I'm going to the office. So I asked him, why can't you take me? Why can't we go with you? Yes? Let's go with you. He told me no. And I knew I'm in trouble. But I was not going to stop. That time I got so strong. I knew this is what I have to do. That document was an agreement from the Swedish government and it had to be signed and it's being worked on Monday. Which other day do I have? I'm not allowed to get out of the house. So I thought this was the appropriate time to do it. So I was told no, and continued no, and he told me to use the public means. I was so happy, I've never gone with the public means, so it was like I'm free, yay, I'm gone. So when I was going, he asked me, where do you want me to take your clothes?
He asked you?
Yes. So I told him, you're my husband. I have nothing to say. So Mimo followed me behind and we went to the office. And I went to the computer and she went to the typewriter. And in no time, I tell her, could you call home and tell them that you're with me?
Oh, so they didn't know that she had come with you?
No.
Oh.
So we had gone in a bus and then we came out at somewhere else and got another bus because I was scared he might be
following the bus?
Yes. That's what I told myself. So we came out and then got into another one and then got to town. Then I told my daughter, you stay in the typewriter and let me go to the computer room. And then he comes and she tells me, Mom, Dad is here. So she opens the door and he comes and asks her, what are you doing? I said, I brought Mom. She told me, let's go. So she kisses me and tells me, bye. And then all this time I'm having pressure, you know, because I've not respected him, I've not listened to him, I have really done a mess. I'm in trouble like hell. So it's like, okay, you're in so much trouble, so, you know, let me die now, whatever happens. So he brings my book, he leaves her in the car and brings my clothes, but very little.
A tiny bag?
Yes. And he tells me.
Her gym bag.
Yes.
Her gym
so
bag.
He told me, I don't want you to come back. I didn't ask why, when, who. I was just in a daze. I had to do the work and it's going on Monday. That's all I was thinking about. That's all. And then he told me not to come back home. And I now called his sister and said, I don't know what to do. She told me it's enough. Enough, leave him. Leave him. Enough. So I called, he told me, call me your mother. So I called my mother. Now it's the sister who's telling me, the one who I met when I first met him. So he said, call your mother. So I called my mom, she wasn't in, it was my sister. I told her, please come and pick me up. And I called your mother. And that is when now things are happening. And then he calls me in the evening and asks me, what are you doing there?
Doing where?
At my mother's.
Okay.
He's brought me clothes, but he's asking me, what are you doing there?
But she said, don't come back.
Yes. So I tell him, you seem to be angry. Let's just relax. We'll talk tomorrow. So he calls again, talks to my mom. What is that woman doing there? What is she doing there?
Oh, so he's making it look
Yes.
like you ran away.
Yes. It was so confusing. Did you bring the clothes for me to take them to the laundry?
Yeah.
What are the clothes for? And that is the time I really now started finding who I am. I asked, what is this? I've not done anything, nothing. It's about my children and the whatever. Well, what have I done wrong? And then we didn't talk that night, so he came the next day. He came with flowers, a perfume, and a letter.
What did the letter say?
I'm a wonderful wife. So I really started getting confused. I'm a wonderful wife, and he told my mom, don't wake her up. He left me this. Okay. I don't know what you have to say about this. If it's no, I was not. At that particular time, I did not understand. I did not read into what he's trying to do, because in the letter he's saying I'm a wonderful mother and a wonderful wife. Da da da. So what happened the other day? Why did the clothes come? So he came home and he told my mom, please give us time to talk. This is the man who brought me clothes 2 days ago. He has come now to tell me. I told him, I don't understand. You don't even let me. Now I came out. I mean, it's like I got angry and just said enough. And I started telling him, you don't allow me this. You don't even allow me my best friend Jenny. And I knew her before you. Why? What is all this? You don't allow me to work. You don't allow me anything. So he told me he will see.
He will see what?
Permission for me.
Now,
right. We're talking now.
Yeah, to try and resolve this.
Yes. So I told him, I can't even see Jenny. You have told me never to. And I knew her before you. What is it with you and Jenny? What is it? He told me, now, we're not going to talk about Jenny. Let's talk about you coming back home. So I said, that's why I'm talking to you. If I come home, what happens? Will I still work? Because he hated me being in that office. He hated me being, the word hate. He used to call my boss and talk to her badly because he wanted me out. And that is why I was telling you, this document is a very important thing and I had to take it on. So, in short, he wanted us to go home and I was tempted. I packed my things, whatever I bought, and we put it in the boot. And then I told him, let's talk first. So he went and he still was telling me the same thing. I don't want you to Jen, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. I said, I don't think so. I don't think so. That was another woman talking, that was not me. I got strength from somewhere. I don't know where. I'm talking to him like that. No, he didn't even know who I am. So he went. And after a while, he started threatening and saying he's going to divorce me. I told him, go to your lawyer and divorce me. I had gotten strength from I don't know where, but I was tired. Enough. I was now in the same custody of my mom. So I knew I can say anything here. Now I'm here. I didn't have all my clothes. They were all there. And in short, I never went back. And I've never been back. I only called him and told him, bring my clothes.
Did he bring them?
He brought them after 1 year and threw them over the fence.
Wow.
He was angry. But let me tell you, for the first time in my life, I started loving myself. I started asking, this is not fair, this is not fair. But before, when you're in it, when I came out, that's when I started seeing, what kind of life am I having? No, no more. At that time, I loved him. And even when we were going for the divorce, the lawyer kept on saying, you love each other, you guys, what's your problem? And I know I love him and he knows he loves me. But I just let it. It's fine. It's fine. I had to let go. Yeah. I loved him. But it was now I went back to how much I'm hit. Huh? There's one time I locked my jaw and he didn't let me go to the hospital because I will say it's what?
After he had punched you?
Yes. He used to punch me for nothing. Where is this panga here? I thought, pop! You must go to your mother to be shown how to keep a man. Let me tell you, it was all the time. It was coming in little bits, in little bits, in little bits. And then enough. And I went through my divorce. And I didn't even know what divorce is. I had a lawyer who was a student in the university. He's the one who fought my case against Haminwa. You know who Haminwa is? And I won the case. And that's when I knew, life is, it can be on my side. Because that guy, I never used to pay him because he's a student. But he just stood there and became one of mine. It was wonderful. I remember when I was told, I didn't even used to go for baby showers. The guy was a white guy. He said, you mean Itega? He said in Korean, and he's a white guy. I said, really? He's the one who decided on our whatever. He's
the judge was a white guy.
Yes. He told me, you mean Itega? My own sister had an Itega. I mean, I gave her the Itega. And now I'm not allowed to go. So I went by force. And I finished. But I'll get beaten. And I got used to the beating. I just used to go like this and lie down and go down and tell him sorry 100 times. But now when I went home, I started building walls, to protect myself so that I can fight. And I knew there was a fight. 2 years down the line, the kids ran away.
They ran away?
Yeah, from him to me.
Oh, so they were in his custody initially?
Yes.
Okay.
But they arranged with the driver, the secretary, and the house girl. They ran away. They ran away. They told me that we want to stay with you now. I didn't have anywhere to keep them, but they came to me. And that's when I knew now I have to wake up. Life is there's no more somebody to lean on. I'm by myself. Yeah.
So with
Lisa, it just saddens my heart even as we talk about this because I relive that season.
Yeah.
What amazed me most is your capacity to just take in so much pain. And I remember saying, you really need to get a good lawyer and you've got to get your matrimonial home. And I remember you said to me, I don't want anything. I don't want anything. I just want to be free. I don't want it. They said, how can you just walk away with nothing? Remember that she never had her clothes. She got a gym bag. I've got jewelry in my house that I want to wear. I've got a birthday card that I received. I've got a treasure box with things I got from my success card in Standard 7. I've got such important things. And the fact, even to little things I bought you for your anniversaries and your birthdays, she never took anything. And I said, no, you can't do that. You've got to fight. You've got to get what is rightfully yours. You've got to get your matrimonial home. You've got to get access to your house and to get what you need to. And she said no. I think the pain was so much.
Yes. I didn't want to go back there. I didn't want to deal with it. I know I built the house. I know I fixed the house. I know. Now
I mean, how do you get a guy, get married, build a life together, year after year, have children, have property, have wealth, and walk away
with nothing?
With nothing. I mean, that changed my life 360.
I'm glad I contributed to your life.
I mean, I can tell you that changed my life 100%. And through that, it has changed the lives of men and women that have interacted with me. I am a believer in marriage, and I am marriage built to last. But I do not believe that there should be an unequally disadvantaged partner, and certainly not walk away with nothing. I mean, there needs to be a mutual closure if we cannot be able to get along. I mean, she drove a Mercedes. Over the night, she can only take a mat. Talk to me, somebody. How is that possible? She lived in a house which was built with her support. Over the night, she has to go back to a bed she shared, she had from her mother's house. I swore to myself, said, with God's help, I will never go back where I came from. And so help me, God, because that's not the thing that I want to do, because how is this possible? So I really empathize and I feel the pain. And I thank God because I can see that you have healed.
Yes.
We have not shed tears.
Yes.
I have felt the pain. And I really feel like crying, but I'm saying God has elevated you from one level to another, and you are over that. What is the lesson, really, that one would take from this? I wonder what lesson, before I say what I'm thinking. Rina, you've been listening to this, and I can see you're like, oh, God, help me, somebody. If you go through this, and you are able to live another day, there's something that you learn, Auntie Alice, and say, what would you have done differently?
Not love stupidly.
So you think you love stupidly?
Yes.
That's what we call codependency. Yeah,
You
you thought you loved, but
yes,
you are a codependent in a relationship. Being fearful, being afraid, being intimidated, and just being boxed into all this, and never really being authentic. I mean, because you're living a life to please others, and never living a life for yourself. And it's totally understandable given that you really were a child and never really had the time to grow up. And you know, one of the things that happened is that even though we met occasionally, it was really highly supervised. I mean, the guy was around. I mean, he's sitting around there, so you really can't talk. So
and Angus States, Angus Steakhouse. What did you say?
Angus. Now, when that was now the once a month thing that we did, her mother and her sisters, they were all in it. My sisters lived abroad for so long, and they were all. I would like
you to pause a bit and tell you. He told my dad that we should stop that organization we're having. The one of my sisters, my mom.
It was like a chama.
It was a chama.
Is that your family?
It didn't matter. That's to show you how he was insecure and this morbidness he had. My dad was told, these people, what does this woman tell her children?
It came to an end.
Imagine.
A fellowship that we had once a month. I never stopped being bitter about that, because they were like the family that I had, the support system that I had. I mean, how does a mother quit on her children because a husband has said that they don't want us to meet anymore?
My mom was told, you better get away from George's marriage. I think he was talking as a man. Yeah, George does not like this.
Yeah.
Did she know he was hitting you?
No.
She didn't know?
No.
She kept everything secret. Even me now, she told me when she was dying about the hitting. I mean, they were such a perfect couple. They held hands in public. They had display of affection everywhere. I mean, they were the ideal couple. Honey, honey, honey. Said to my your daddy, call me honey. Call me sweetheart. Call me darling. Said, I will never call you such. Your name is Jenny? Period.
Wow. Okay, so the takeout.
Takeout.
Yeah.
For me?
Yes.
I think it's not unusual for many individuals to go through what Auntie Alice has gone through. But what makes it very complicated is, shh, don't tell anybody. Because that's it. She lived in pain, but out there, she was shining.
Yeah. Because he managed to get her out of her every circle.
Exactly.
Yes. To seclude you
Totally
from everyone.
Yes.
And that's a red flag for me.
Exactly.
That is a huge problem.
Yes.
Right there. The fact that he doesn't want you to be in your networks with your family, with your best friends.
Yes.
Doesn't want you to have a normal life.
No.
And just have you.
No neighbors, no nothing.
Yeah.
That's what abusers do. Yeah. They isolate you.
Yeah.
And so she was isolated. This is it. She wouldn't even call me from her house phone because she said it's bagged. When she has an opportunity to go shopping, he's waiting in the car. She runs to a call box there and says, Jenny, I just want to tell you, I'm okay. I'm okay. There's no magic touch, but I'm surviving. Oh, Alice, you should have quit before he brought your gym bag over. And that's the truth. Are you living in a relationship that died a long time ago and you're cheating yourself? I'm going to give you a session of coaching and therapy absolutely free of charge in honor of this woman. And I just want you to just send your message to Rina at moneywise.co.ke, and I am going to see you for absolutely nothing.
I think there needs to be a criteria, ma'am. What if 1,000 people write to me?
Okay, I'm going to do this to the first 10 people that are going to write a message. You do not need to die in this relationship. Yeah. I mean, I watched her die, literally. I heard her death. She would make those funny phone calls and say, Jenny, I can't talk. He's coming. He's coming. The phone is dead. And I'm thinking, whatever happened to her? And what do? A mother has walked away. Sisters have walked away. Brothers have walked away. Everybody has walked away. I have walked away. It's not by choice. You are not allowed. And she took it because it was the only way of surviving this relationship. She took it. For me, I didn't see, why can't you fight? But it's about personality. Yeah. I'm the fighter. Yeah. I'm the one who would just kill me today.
I think you love him more.
Yes.
Maybe you love him more.
Yeah. So she would smother the man with love, and I'd think, my God, what are you doing? What is this? But I got to learn. It's called codependency, because she didn't believe she would live another day without his love. Life is about seasons, and this is a new season.
Yes.
Let's make the best out of it.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Do you know, I have nothing else. I can't even add to that. It was very moving. So first for that, I was joking, and I couldn't even add anything to it. All I will say, thank you. If you're out there, please don't keep it to yourself. It is not normal. It is not normal to be hiding to see friends and to be unable to get out and have a regular relationship with your women friends. It's not normal. And if it's a man, especially if it's a man who's out there, who's having an abusive marriage because his wife is abusive, either emotionally or physically, it's not normal. And you need to talk to someone and just see how to get some help. Otherwise, yes, write to us. The first 10 people, as Mom said, gets free therapy if you're in this situation that we've just been discussing today. Otherwise, you guys take care. Otherwise, I'm Kenyan. Take care and have a wonderful time. God bless. Bye.